Why is it so important for technology students to get this type of experience?
It's important that they're able to get experience with things that are outside the classroom. I mean, there are things you can learn from a book, but there are a lot of things that you need real world experience, and talking to people who've been doing it in the real world is certainly very helpful. As an attendee of NANOG, I love the diversity in NANOG, but we are missing some subgroups, particularly from the African American experience, that we aren't as represented in NANOG as maybe we should be or we'd like to see. So having this focus on the students here in Montgomery and HBCUs, that's really going to be helpful with NANOG, as they say, building the future of the internet and building the next generation of network engineers.
I'm a local nerd in town, IT guy. I've had my own business for about 15 years now. And I was really excited about the opportunity for NANOG. I mean, they're a national organization. Here they are coming to my little hometown of Montgomery, Alabama, bringing a whole plethora of speakers and companies that I get to interact with and learn more about the industry. It's fantastic.
Is there anything more important than our future than kids and students? So we work in this industry that's actually pretty small and insular, and it's really important that we get new and interested folks coming to our industry. So at an event like this, where we get to meet new friends who get to meet us for the first time, we're just trying to excite and enthuse them and educate them and inform them and just show them that there's this really cool world that we work in.
And we really want diversity too, because not only do we want people of different ages, different backgrounds, different cultures, and it's diversity of thought. If you have a team and we all think the same, we're not going to solve problems. So having the background, having the diversity in tech is just such a huge push.
Today was awesome, and my favorite part of today was learning and sometimes relearning other parts of the industry that I don't get to pay attention to professionally. So it was just fun intellectual candy today.
And I had a lot of fun giving a presentation on careers in tech. It's something I'm really passionate about. I love helping people with their first interview and how to pull together a resume and how to find a job.
It's amazing how much need there is for people who can bridge the gap between, let's say, business people and technical people. Bringing a very broad base of skills is going to help you in any industry, but especially the tech industry. We have a saying that engineers can't write, and that's what they do. They play on computers and they do stuff in code, but it's really important to have analytical skills, writing skills, reading skills, problem solving. Those apply to any business. And so when you bring that into tech, you're bringing something that the engineers don't have.
So why would you even recommend the tech industry to anybody?
It's exciting what we do. So it's really something where you think, oh, it's tech, stock options, foosball tables. It's a place where you can make a great impact. You know, technology is fundamental in this world, and when you're on the inside of it, you can really help shape it so that it's not just about advancing technology, it's about the people, right, that are behind it. And so I find it when I come to someplace like Montgomery, when I go to someplace in the Caribbean, it's really exciting to feel like you're doing something that helps people that way. So really, it's not just technology, it's what it can do for people.
What was it like to be seated at a table with all women of color and women in tech?
It has been more empowering. It feels like you are not alone, in this journey, and then it kind of motivates you to keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, networking is so powerful, and especially nowadays where we have Zoom and we're able to virtually connect, you can easily say, let's set up a one-on-one later this month and reconvene and have virtual coffee.
A lot of women are known to go through something called imposter syndrome. So the challenge is why somebody might not be coming to these conferences would be just like there are going to be so many experienced people, and then you'll feel like you are a fake person there, or you don't have much to share, or what value you're bringing to, like, to me it's putting that aside, kind of being aware of that it may be an imposter syndrome talking in you. Once we take that first step, is like, it is going to be challenging, but I'm going to take one step because it is going to open so many doors for me.
I love how you summarize that in taking one step that's going to open so many doors. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here today. It's really a very intimidating topic to go in and try to find a mentor. And this is such a casual, inviting environment to make those connections where it's not forced.
So it's definitely important for me to be able to be that representation and basically put it out there like, hey, women and women of color, we can do this. We can be just as good as the men, if not better. If she can do it, I can do it.
Why did Netflix especially feel it was important to send you to an event like this?
I'm 5 years from since I graduated college. So me and a few of the other people that were here today, panelists and speakers, were pretty much closer to age of the students that come out today. I think it's inspirational to where in 5 years, my career has been a pretty exciting one. And I've made my way to the top CDN company in the world. If you work hard, you connect with the right people, you know which direction you want to go, you network, like the sky's the limit and you can land dream jobs.
So being here and partnering with NANOG helps to inform Amazon and at the same time help us to partner to reach out to the world at large. So it is critical for us to be here.
As a kid who grew up with not much, like as a child, my mother wasn't going to always buy me the video game. So me in my head thinking, oh man, I'm smart enough I made straight A's in school, so I could take this apart and put it back together and possibly, save my mama money. And that's how I got into it. But a lot of times I would mess it up. But even though through messing it up, I learned a lot, you know what I'm saying? And it spiked my interest to actually go join the Army and actually work into the field,
Yeah, ingenuity by necessity for sure. So what's the dream then, Jawan?
Well, my dream is to own my own company, more like a corporation. I want to build an umbrella for different services that I offer in the technology fields.
During the pandemic, businesses went under. A lot of people decided to try to change fields. I had some thinking to do. We were, managing some properties here and there, and I've always been interested in computers. So I said, okay, why not? Everybody's locked down. Why not go back to school? Started doing some research, looked at some companies. I was always into computers, just never really knew how they worked. So I like puzzles. Let's try to figure out if I like tech. So took the first class, and I've been hooked ever since.
So the tech industry is new for you.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
I've always been on the business side since college, so this is going to be new.
So why are you here at NANOG U today?
My professor told us about the conference, and I didn't have any idea what the organization did. Looked it up, got a little familiar with the executive director, Mr. McNair, watched some of their videos, saw what their mission statement was, and I was like, they're for us, the students. So decided to come down and see if I could learn something.
What do you think about having this opportunity in Alabama?
It's phenomenal. I was born here, but moved away. Came back a few years ago, and unfortunately, Alabama didn't have as many tech opportunities as some of the surrounding cities. Montgomery being the capital, they just didn't have that emphasis on tech, and tech is the future. And unfortunately, I think that kind of got lost a little bit. They were still putting a lot of emphasis on factory jobs. And, I used to always listen to the older people around me. Your back will only last so long, but this will last forever. So tech, I think they finally realized you're going to really prepare the students and the residents of Alabama for a much better life, healthier life, if they can get into something dealing with tech. And it's going to provide some growth opportunities for the city.
So do you think this is going to help you today in pursuit of your dreams right now?
Absolutely. got some cards in my pocket. You know, I'm focused on Amazon. I just met 2 wonderful people from Amazon here. Also got to meet some local businesses that I weren't aware of. I've got probably 4 or 5 opportunities that I wasn't even aware of. And also the information's been wonderful. So I'm learning a lot too. Please come. They do a wonderful job. If you're thinking about going in the tech field, if you're a student already in the tech field, you got to get to a NANOG conference, because if you don't know what you need to know, they're going to let you know it. And if you think you want to go into a particular area, there's going to be somebody there that can shed some light on it. So please come.